Hello everyone, PaperSpock here, and this is another episode of me playing the Talos Principle. It has been a few weeks since I've last played. I did the demo fest, which I'm sure has been quite a while for you. And unless there's been another demo fest since, I hope that hasn't been the case. But I can't totally rule that out. So I need to kind of reorient here to what's going on. I mean, I see we're in a puzzle. Well, let's peek out a little look. Okay, floor 2, building C, we both have access to now. Right now, we've got the fan, the hexahedron, and the laser re-pointer in this puzzle as key elements. You can't quite squeeze by there, can you? So I had the Next Fest demos. I should say the October Next Fest demos. And I also had an event that took me away for a while, and then I just kind of got out of the habit of playing this. But I am back now. And we're going to figure this puzzle out together. Because you, in the future, are going to send information backwards into the past to me. And that is going to be very helpful to me as you do this. I'm being very silly here. What lasers? I see a red laser, and I see a blue laser receptacle. That is a red laser. Okay, that is our first step. And that is the first thing I can see that's possible to do. What do you do? Ah, you blow. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, I can jump way up high. Excuse me. I also might be coming down with a little something. So if my voice ends up sounding a bit unusual, that is why. In fact, I think my voice is perhaps slightly lower than usual right now. Perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps I say the word perhaps a lot, but I'm being a little goofball when I say that. Okay, we push this here, and that opens that up. But what does that functionally do for us? I'm not sure it does much of anything. I mean, I had this way down before. What is... Oh, wait a second. Is this... The only thing I can think of is, does this let us point lasers differently? I'm not sure that it does. Or... Huh. I don't understand. I don't understand what removing this wall does for us. Other than... No. Well, I guess I could pick the laser pointer up from down there if I had another item I brought in. Well, that's going to be my assumption is what I need to do. I need to find maybe a hexahedron and then bring it around. And I can get a second laser pointer going, maybe. Oh, is there a hexahedron? I don't know. I don't know that there is another interactable here. In which case, I really don't know what to do. There is a hexahedra here. You know what? I can use this to hold that open. Maybe do something clever over on this side. Like, take the hexahedra and put it here to look around. Okay, that opens up a red laser. Well, no, what we're gonna do... We're gonna switch these out. I wonder what the level's name is, because I forget that already. Yay! This gives us blue laser access. Probably important in some kind of way. Yes, it is very important. So I think what I need to do is get the original solution running again that I had. We'll have to get some stuff, and we'll have to come back here and utilize all the stuff we've gathered to get through. This feels, thankfully... I worry about jinxing myself. But this feels like a relatively straightforward puzzle compared to some of the ones I had been solving previously. I can take you along with me, and... aha! Cool. And jump off this. We can have these both open, and then I can take this and grab from above. I can't? What? No! Oh, I guess I can. Okay, cool. That was a little tricky. Tricky. So what do we do from here? I also can take the fan off, and we can use that as a pressure plate compactor. Like so. The red isn't necessary. The blue, oh, the red is necessary. Okay. Wonder if we're gonna have enough lasers. Red to red here. Maybe things need to be up a level. Maybe that's the trick. So the lasers don't interact. I don't know if this will work fully. Ooh. Aha! And not quite. Not quite. I think I had an idea there that was maybe not horrible, but ultimately did not work out. Question is there any way to get up and above here? I'm not seeing it easily. Okay, the blue isn't coming through that way. Okay. Question is, how do we get that blue laser to connect over here? I don't really know. I really don't know. Because shutting this shuts the blue laser off. And that is a problem. Maybe this is less... I shouldn't say maybe. This does seem a bit less straightforward than I had hoped. You know what we can do? We can do something a little weird here. I don't know what... This is one of the things where I'm like, let's try something. And I'm not sure it's going to be a useful something. That's necessary. Well, let's see what happens if we put this up like so. Well, that can hit the blue laser. I feel like we need another laser. I'm not sure, though. I don't remember seeing another laser. Let's remember the name of this place. Behind the Iron Curtain. Okay. Look at our time. We've spent almost 10 minutes on this puzzle, which, given how long I've been away and how this kind of seems to have had a bit of an unexpected... I don't know if I should say twist, but the question is, how do we keep this open? Behind the Iron Curtain. Okay, let's get a little silly with it. Okay, let's see. If I jump up on this, Can I see the blue laser? Okay. If I get another layer up, maybe I can. I mean, I would need to get 2 blocks. I don't know how I can retrieve those 2 blocks from that one room, though. Like, that would seem to be the next logical step. But I just don't understand. Yeah, I can hit the laser there and fly up, and I can't really do much to get those up. I think those 2 are just trapped there. But assuming that's true, then how can we proceed? We don't need both of these. Okay, we have flexibility here. How can we get the blue laser? Can you see the blue laser from here? Oh my gosh. That very clearly will work unless things are blocked off. Hit that, and hope the lasers don't cross. Okay, I was making it harder than it was. But that is something that happens when you're away from a game for a while. Make things harder than they are. Let's find the exit, and let's go back and see what else we can do here. Just look for another puzzle. Oh my gosh, what have I found? Okay, we're just gonna be told that we're going out of bounds. Oh? It says, voice keeps saying this world is a garden, but all I see is a desert full of ruins. Okay, dog. Fair enough. Is this the world's entrance? This is a terminal that I don't know that I've accessed. Attention, Administrator. The network connection has been reestablished. Would you like to reconnect to the previous session? Yes. Receiving messages string received. Are you back? Yes, do these terminals talk to you at all? Yes? Well, yes, what you're trying to say before. Let's try to continue the conversation. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. I've been trying to figure out how this place works. Sometimes it seems like there's a purpose to everything, other times not so much. I think we must be plugged into some kind of machine. Making assertions is a hazardous enterprise. What do you have to go on? I think something else is going on. Like, let's ask them what they think's going on. What else could possibly explain all this? I don't believe in demons and evil wizards. I think this is some kind of punishment. No, I disagree with that. I think we're being prepared for something. That's possible. I think something has gone badly wrong. I think this is some sort of scenario where there was technology meant to preserve people, and then it's having to preserve them for longer than expected. So something has gone terribly wrong. Or something has gone badly wrong. Perhaps you have it right after all. I don't remember what they were saying in previous conversations, so I don't know. I don't believe in anything anymore now. No. I suppose that would explain a lot. Listen, there's something else. Maybe it can help us. Ever since I got here, I feel like something was wrong. This place plays tricks with you. You can't get your head straight, but I think I know a way to find out the truth. I was digging about in some documents, and I kept finding references to this password. I think it might be some kind of library master key, but I don't know how to use it. What is it? Swear not to go anywhere without me, and I'll tell you. MLIP process.bat logged into the session. What is that? What are you doing to my terminal? I don't think this is a good idea. Session terminated. Interesting. Okay, let's look at these. On the sacred disease. Men ought to know that from nothing else but the brain comes joys, delights, laughter, and sports, and Laughter and sports? Maybe like, that's good sport. Like, maybe not literal sports? I don't know. And sorrows, griefs, despondency, and lamentations. And by this, in an especial manner, we acquire wisdom and knowledge, and see and hear, and know what are foul, and what are fair, and what are bad, and what are good, what are sweet, and what is what unsavory. Some we discriminate by habit, and some we perceive by their utility. By this we distinguish objects of relish and disdain, according to the seasons, and the same things do not always please us. And by the same organ we become mad and delirious, and fears and terrors assail us, by some night and some day, and some by day, some by night and some by day, and dreams and untimely wanderings, and cares that are not suitable, and ignorance of present circumstances, desuetude. Desuetude? I need to look that up. Desuetude. In the state of disuse. Okay. I'm gonna see what Google's pronunciation is.
Desuetude.
Desuetude? Okay. I'll go with that. And unskillfulness. Okay, Chesterton brain. The human brain is a machine for coming to conclusions. If it cannot come to conclusions, it is rusty. When we hear of a man too clever to believe, we are hearing of something having almost the character of a contradiction in terms. It is like hearing of a nail that was too good to hold down a carpet, or a bolt that was too strong to keep a short door shut. Man can hardly be defined, after the fashion of Carlyle, as an animal who makes tools. Ants and beavers and many other animals make tools, in the sense that they make an apparatus. Man can be defined as an animal that makes dogmas. As he piles doctrine on doctrine and conclusion on conclusion in the formation of some tremendous scheme of philosophy and religion, he is, in the only legitimate sense of which the expression is capable, becoming more and more human. When he drops one doctrine after another in a refined skepticism, when he declines to tie himself to a system, when he says he has outgrown definitions, when he says he disbelieves in finality, when in his own imagination he sits as God, holding no form of creed but contemplating all, then he is by that very process sinking slowly backward into the vagueness of the vagrant animals and the unconsciousness of the grass. Trees have no dogmas. Turnips are singularly broad-minded. Okay. Okay. Bronstein brain. So we have two different brains. Okay, I'm not doing this right now. I recognize these numbers as spelling out something, but I'm not going to do that right now. The human brain is a product of the development of matter, and at the same time is an instrument for the cognition of this matter. Gradually it adjusts itself to its function, tries to overcome its limitations, creates... Okay, I need to actually think about what I'm reading out loud. The human brain is a product of the development of matter, and at the same time is an instrument for the cognition of this matter. Gradually it adjusts itself to its function, tries to overcome its limitations, creates ever new scientific methods, imagines ever more complex and exact instruments, checks its work again and yet again, step by step, penetrates into previously unknown depths, changes our conception of matter, without, though, ever breaking away from this basis of all that exists. Okay, it's hexadecimal time. Hexadecimal to text. I wish there were some easier way to do this. Because I'm interested in what it says, clearly enough to keep doing this. 68, 65. But I don't find it particularly satisfying to have to copy down numbers and convert them. 65, 20, 60, 65, 74, 68. I'm gonna convert what I have so far to see if it's, like, predictable. The true method. Okay, we're gonna have method next. The 68, 6F. 64, 20, 6F, 66. Okay, 6F, 66. That's probably up, because 20s are spaces. 6B, 6E. 6B, 6E. 6F. 77. 6C. 65, 64. Or 67, 65. Okay, let's convert this. The true method of knowledge. I missed a space somewhere, but that's fine. The true method of knowledge. And then I throw in some 20s. 69. 73. 20, 65. 78. 70. 65. 72. 69. 6D. Yay. 65. 6E. 74 2E. True method of knowledge is experiment. Okay. I need to find my Talos document again. Been a while. I have stored on my computer a file where I... Ah, there we go. And this is what brain? This is Bronstein brain. Okay. Here's something that is vaguely concerning to me that I'm even thinking of. And the thing that I'm thinking of that is vaguely concerning to me is the fact that I'm wondering, would it be useful to, like, have a paper key that I use to translate these letter by letter and do them by hand rather than have a website where I type in all the numbers? Or of a paper key that I refer to that I look at the number, I look at the key, I write down the letter. And the only reason I'm saying that would be useful and more efficient isn't because it would be more efficient at first. At first it would take, I think, longer to translate that way. But I wonder if my brain would begin to adjust. And I would start recognizing, well, this number is letter E, this number is letter A, and I could eventually teach myself to translate on the fly without having to refer back to the key, because I recognize it and I could just spell them out a bit faster. I don't know. I don't know if the game has this much more text in this way for that to be worthwhile. For that to be plausible to end up happening. If I'd done it from the start, maybe it would pay off. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure. What would really pay off is having two monitors, or or having found a good OCR so I could just, like, you know, have a program look at the screen, give me the numbers, copy paste the numbers in, and then be on my merry way. Okay. I'm a little sleepy, and I haven't thought about what these things have said too much. Okay. Physiological history. Volunteer suffered a blood clot during infancy, which resulted in a left hemisphere stroke. Acted results. In normal adults, the left hemisphere is used for language and other cognitive functions. Extensive damage to this part of the brain usually results in severe cognitive deficiencies. Observed result. Volunteer is now 17 years old and displays very subtle cognitive deficiency. MRIs indicate little to no activity in the left hemisphere, suggesting its usual functions have been taken on by neuron sets in the right. Volunteer's age at time of the stroke may have helped the brain to adapt. Okay, that's reasonable. I wonder if that's specifically referring to our main... I think of her as the main character, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure who the main character of this game is. Like, are we the main character in some kind of way? I mean, maybe. Maybe. But, like, who are we? As I speculated, maybe we are her. There's some weird blue glowing in the background that I want to see what's up with that when I get closer to it. May just be a graphical thing. Or some sort of aura given off by the portal, I guess. Fair enough. Look at our... We have 2 puzzles left in this world. Okay. Okie dokie. To keep this to a half hour, we're going to enter the next puzzle and then save and quit, I think. Ah, it does seem like 2 puzzles are across this bridge. See if that's accurate. Well, no. That doesn't seem accurate anymore. Ah, I'm so intrigued here. I'm so intrigued. Ah, there's a star up there. That does seem kind of fun to explore sometime. I don't like those buzzes. I didn't like them from the start, and I still don't like them now. They're a not pleasant sound. Where are the new puzzles? I love the sun. I love the lens flare and how I can just kind of go around it and be like, woo! Okay, let's jump over the water. I'm curious about those obelisks in the background. I think maybe that last puzzle is a solution to something we can do. If we can create a tower of blocks and create a tower on this end, then maybe we can smuggle stuff out of a puzzle. We will continue to wander semi-aimlessly till we find a puzzle, which we does. The 4 Chambers of Flying. That's kind of a bold name. Okay, Schmo. I think that's the first we've seen of Schmo. They're getting better at this. That's cool. We are all born and die and live again. This eternal cycle must be the nature of existence. Life is merely repeated suffering. Okay. An eternal cycle is another name for a prison. You must understand the cycle before you can break it. Possible to escape and yet remain a prisoner, or to break the cycle by breaking yourself. This was the fate of the ghost that haunts this world. Okay, we'll learn more about that next time. We're gonna enter and exit, save, and we're gonna stop here. I thank you for joining me. I'm glad to get back into this game. That felt fairly smooth considering how long it had been. I only got through a puzzle, but you know, fair enough. We also looked at some lore and did a little getting lost in this sub area. So I thank you all for joining me, and I look forward to next time where I continue this adventure.